to bring that kind of whole perspective again, not just from a global perspective, but bringing it now into a local perspective, we will now be joined by Eileen Linklater, who is the External Relations Manager at the European Marine Energy Centre based in the Orkney Islands. EMEC is the world's leading research and test centre for marine renewable energy. And Eileen has worked with 20 wave and tidal tech companies from 11 different countries. And it just, it highlights the things that Marcel has just been talking about. We need to work together collectively in partnerships and over a sustained period of time. So over to you, Eileen, to share your thoughts from a local perspective.
I was born here in Orkney. Orkney is a group of islands in the very north of Scotland, a population of 20,000 people spread across 20 islands. And we have long really understood the importance of sustainability. I think it's something inherent to island life. I feel like we've also been a very innovative community over the years. And so growing up next to the sea, I recognised from a very early age the power that was there. And I always thought it cannot be beyond the wit of humankind to harvest the energy in the waves and the tides that surround us. So when the European Marine Energy Centre, EMEC, was established in Orkney, I needed to go and work there. And it's been a fascinating journey over the last 15 years for EMEC and for Orkney. And I would like to show you a clip of a video that we produced which tells a bit about our story.
Humanity is currently facing one of its greatest ever challenges. But it's a crisis being played out against the backdrop of something that has much more serious consequences for our planet and for all of us. Climate change. We've all had to adapt to deal with the impact of the coronavirus pandemic. And now we're also feeling its economic effects. However, we urgently need to change the way we live and work long term if we are to have any hope of turning the tide on global warming. We already know that renewable energy holds the key to slowing the rate of climate change. Crucially, renewables also have the potential to drive the global economic recovery that's now needed, and do it sustainably. Here in Orkney, we've worked in harmony with our natural resources for centuries. We're a small community, seen as remote by some, but we punch well above our weight in the energy world. This is our renewables story.
It gets pretty breezy in Orkney, and we've used that to our advantage for decades.
We've been testing large-scale wind turbine prototypes here since the 1950s, and have pioneered the concept of community turbine ownership too. Now, over 100% of Orkney's electricity demand is met from renewable generation, with the majority of that coming from wind. In addition, you'll find solar panels on lots of our homes and businesses, and a range of innovative heating systems in our public buildings.
We're also learning to harvest energy from one of our greatest natural resources, our oceans.
Since 2003, Orkney has been home to the European Marine Energy Centre, the world's only fully accredited open sea testing facility for wave and tidal generators. Here, wave and tidal developers can connect their devices straight into the national grid, testing in the most demanding of sea conditions. Those developers are supported by a local supply chain that possesses unrivaled experience across a wide range of specialities. And our harbour's infrastructure is world-class too. Orkney also continues to work on a variety of projects to help facilitate the development of marine renewables, spanning environmental and wildlife studies, knowledge sharing projects and infrastructure development. Orkney's an innovative community, and we've always sought to find practical solutions to the challenges that come hand in hand with island life. Naturally, we've applied that mindset to the field of renewables. To deal with the issue of local grid constraints, we developed a unique project that trialled taking excess energy from a community wind turbine on the island of Adey, along with power generated by tidal devices at EMEX Warness test site. We've been turning it into hydrogen. This was the first hydrogen to be created from tidal power in the world.
This project paved the way for a number of pioneering hydrogen initiatives which are now underway in Orkney, including powering local authority vehicles, the internal ferry fleet and planes.
We're even considering using it in the distilling process to make gin. Importantly, as the hydrogen will be generated from renewables, emitting only water and warm air, it's classed as a carbon-neutral fuel. In Orkney, we believe that our renewables activity should make a positive impact on the lives of our communities. And so we're developing an integrated energy system in the islands, linking our power, transport and heat networks. The Reflex, Responsive Flexibility initiative aims to make Orkney a smart energy island, eventually eliminating the need for fossil fuels by digitally linking renewable generation with consumer demand. Consisting of a local electricity tariff and a network of technologies, including batteries, electric vehicles, chargers and hydrogen, the integrated energy system aims to balance out intermittent local renewables generation.
Meanwhile, Orkney continues to set an example for the rest of the UK when it comes to electric vehicle ownership and use.
We've long recognised the value of EVs, which emit no harmful carbon, while efficiently getting us to where we need to be. Excitingly, the islands are also set to see trials of electric planes in the near future. Economically, all of this renewables activity is hugely important for our islands, supporting hundreds of high-quality jobs. Equally significant is our burgeoning knowledge economy. In the town of Stromness, you'll find the Orkney Research and Innovation Campus, an international centre of excellence and learning for academic institutions, businesses and organisations working within the renewables and research fields. This green revolution hasn't happened by chance though. For over 20 years, the Orkney Renewable Energy Forum, OREF, has been helping drive local renewables activity, providing a key focus and voice for all those with an interest in the sector. Those are just some of the highlights from Orkney's renewables story, with many more chapters yet to be written.
We're fiercely proud of our clean energy track record in Orkney and our status as a global centre of excellence for renewables research, innovation and development, and as a living laboratory. But we don't jealously guard our knowledge. We've achieved much, and it's all come through collaboration.
Now, as the world faces its greatest threat, we believe the Orkney Way could hold the key to building a more sustainable future for humanity, while driving a green economic boom in the process.